I am in the country of Belize. I'm in a little town called Placencia down towards the southern end of the country, and today we're going to go to some Mayan ruins. We're going to visit them. I'm going to do some photography there and get some photos for you guys, share those with you, and see what comes of that. But yesterday we went out on a catamaran. I didn't even take a camera because I just, number one, didn't want to risk seawater damage to any of my equipment, so I just went and enjoyed the day. We went snorkeled, seen the fish and all that. It's pretty cool. If you ever get an opportunity to do that sort of thing, it's worth it. It really is. But the country's beautiful. They speak English in Belize, so it's very convenient. So if you've wondered about going to somewhere in Central America and you were worried about the language barrier, maybe you don't know Spanish or whatever, then Belize is probably the place to start, because it's an English speaking country, and the beach is right there, and it's the Caribbean Sea, and it's real calm water. Well, it has been the last couple of days. So far, everybody's been super friendly. Did get a bit on the neck by a bug, but hey, whatever. I was going to talk a little bit about my photography kit that I carry on trips like this, because a lot of times people will basically carry everything literally in the kitchen sink, and what I've learned is that is not the proper loadout for a trip like this. I almost call these kind of trips scouting missions, because you don't know what you're really going to get into. Since I'm just down here for like a 1 week vacation of sorts, and we're just doing vacation stuff. I didn't come to deliberately photograph wildlife or to deliberately do street photography or anything like that. So what I've learned is I like to take a small crop center camera. For me, that's the Leica CL currently. Yeah, a few years ago it would have been my Fuji X-T3, and I like to carry just like I brought 3 batteries for it. I normally don't ever go past the second one, but you carry one more than you think you should. So I brought 3 batteries for it. Brought a charger. I brought the 35 f0.95, so if I wanted to shoot in really low light I could, and I experimented the other night with that. The photos are scrolling now. Those are 0.95 shots. It being 35, it gives you a 50mm field of view, so that's just standard snapshot photography. So you're capturing vacation moments with it. The other lens I always bring is the 17mm f1.4. These are both TTArtisan lenses. The 17mm I actually bought secondhand off of the internet just to experiment with it, and it's turned out to be a gem of a lens, and they are literally dirt cheap. They're incredibly high quality lenses for what you pay for. This one they sent me as a review sample, and I've noticed as of late they're not really doing L mount lenses anymore. You'll see them do them for the Z mount and the RF mount and the XT3, XT5, the Fuji X mount. You see them in those, but you really don't see them much in the L mount now. So I think they may have just kind of stopped using L mount glass because there's not a lot of L mount crop sensor cameras, I guess. I also have the 35 f1.4, which is tiny compared to this thing, and I almost brought it. I bought that lens brand new for like $70, shipped from like California. That lens is crazy economical and wonderfully clean. It produces beautiful images. So that's why I choose these lenses. Now they are full manual, and for me, I kind of like that activity. So you get the interaction with the camera, which is something I enjoy. If you wanted like autofocus, you could literally get the kit lens that comes with most of these cameras, which is usually an 18 to 55 or something like that. And it will cover everything this does. It just doesn't have the aperture. That's why I like primes. As I get bigger apertures, which lets me shoot in lower light with better ISO performance. And we all know crop sensor cameras need that help. So that's why I choose what I do. But yeah, all I brought this trip was this camera body, a couple batteries, and them 2 lenses, and my video gear. Here's a picture of the whole layout spread out on the bed, the whole kit. It's not very big. That's something just to keep in mind. But we're going to the Mayan ruins today, and I'm going to take you guys along for that part. I'm going to get you some video and get some photos of it, and we'll share all those in just a little bit.
We're out of the ground, and we're grinded smooth by the. These are all structures. This is all, these are all some kind of structures right here. Like I said, it's like.
All right, we've been to the Mayan ruins, and I got a bunch of photos that you've been seeing kind of scattering through now. Now we're at a spice farm, and it's actually more than a spice farm. Apparently it's also a resort, and we're about to tour it. So let's get a little video of that, and we'll share that with you. It's really, really cool here. I actually like this. This is probably the highlight of my trip. I don't know, the snorkeling was pretty good. Yeah, let's go.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. You can taste a little. Yeah. We haven't had accidental, but we're preventing it from happening. Look very carefully. It's not black. It's dark purple. So I am not sure why they named it as black. It's a modified leaf. The white centerpiece is the flower. White is the flower, yeah. And there's a little green beans coming up, green berries coming up. See?
Yeah, see him.
Well, we have stopped in Belize City from long enough to recongregate and get on a different plane to fly over to San Pedro, which is kind of that way out over the water. It's an island. Well, that's the town on the island. The island is like Amaretto Key or Amaretto Key. So, but yeah, here we are at the Tropic Air Airport. It's the domestic airport for them. They have an international airport just outside of town where the 737s and all come. And this one's just for their little domestic fleet of planes where they shuttle people around the country. Yeah, it's kind of a very efficient system, works really well. So, all right, let's go see the next place. Well, we've made it to Mahogany Bay. We're about to go get some supper. This is just like what it looks like here, just to give you an idea. And this is what it looks like in downtown San Pedro. Notice the difference. It's night and day. This is a resort community. Apparently you can buy these places and own these little condos. It's pretty neat here.
Later.
Now we're going to ride into town and we're going to do a photo walk is what Teresa calls it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really hurried, rushed hiking trip through the town as fast as possible to get back to the car so we can come back and do something else, which is on a strict agenda that has to be done at a proper exact time.
No, I want to go in the story.
See, that's not what it's about at all. It's about a photo walk, but it's going to be about shopping.
I'm going to take pictures also of the shopping.
You buy that, right? We're getting this section of the road ready now. That's keeping the boarding lane clear.
Once again, we're moving boarding our first class and stand on the other customers at this time. As a reminder, kindly have your passport open to its picture page, along with your Belize to Atlanta boarding card behind